Shameless Season 3 episode review video. Before I get into that, the opening important, if you are caught up to the point where I am, a rewatching or watching Shameless, or you're just not entirely sure, then you definitely need to take the initiative and pay attention to the episode's title, which of course I'll mention as well as put in the description for you. If that happens to be the case, you're not caught up, it would be my recommendation that you don't watch this video any further to avoid any potential spoilers. And while I never did reviews of this show, Shameless, on this channel before when the show was airing, I did do a Shameless series finale rant video when the series finale of Shameless aired. So if you've seen every single episode of Shameless and want to jump ahead to hear my thoughts about the Shameless series finale rant, click right here with about 20 seconds left to go in the video. That's the end screen. That's where you'll get that link, and let me know what you think of that. This will be Shameless Season 3, Episode 6. The title of this episode is called Cascading Failures. And this will be my review, reaction, recap after just finishing watching the episode. The DFS, Department of Family Services, take the kids due to the phone call that was made, and Fiona wonders who reported them. Sheila needs Frank to watch Jaime so she can go to an appointment, and Fiona's got to go to work. She's surprised Jimmy actually came back home. Carl and Liam are being placed together. Ian and Lip are going to a group home, and Debbie's going to be by herself. Bobby doesn't care that Fiona needs to take the day off and says the girls will back him up and basically lets Fiona go. Ian and Lip are basically in jail in the group home. Debbie gets placed with Mama Kamala, who has lots of foster kids, and she has some rules. No sitting on good furniture and no sassing. Carl and Liam get put with this gay couple, and it's kind of good for Carl because he's been asking a lot of questions about that late, so now he'll be able to have a first-hand look of all the stuff that goes on with that. And Fiona really wants the lady to break a goddamn rule, and this lady from the DFS gives her a little bit of info, just a little bit. So Frank goes to see Stella at the Alibi. He wants to get out of town because he thinks he's going to be in trouble for, Aunt Ginger, that scenario. V's making a video for a do-it-yourself website. Fiona asks if she can take in the kids, adopt at least for just a few days or however long it takes, week maximum. And V doesn't like the idea of 5 Gallaghers, but she'll do it for Fiona, of course. And then Ian calls Lip a fucking cockroach. I think that should be reserved more for Frank, but whatever. Fiona gets home to an empty home and cries because she really misses the kids. V can't take the kids because Ethel ran away and the investigation isn't over yet. Fiona is going to have to find Monica so she doesn't have to deal with Frank. And if she doesn't find Monica, then they're going to have somebody be Monica and deal with Frank. Carl has issues with his gay foster parents, his new gay foster parents. Fiona cleans up the house, and Fiona calls Grandma, the grandma of Monica, the mom of Monica, wondering where Monica is, and she doesn't know. Jimmy helped Fiona get Frank cleaned up. House to themselves, but Fiona's just not feeling it, or Jimmy will help get Frank cleaned up. Anybody can have a kid, V says, even Jerry Sandusky, but they can't now because of the whole Ethel situation. And Frank, we find out, had slept at the Alibi, and Fiona and Jimmy go to the Alibi to get Frank back to the house. And Frank doesn't want to do it. He doesn't care, and Fiona flips out on him. And Frank makes some demands that Fiona agrees to. Carl is stealing stuff from the new foster parents, and soon him and Liam will be out of there. He's going to run away. Fiona, Jimmy, and Frank go to visit Lip and Ian was just invited to a sleepover at Mickey's. Carl goes to visit V as he ran away with Liam, and V says he has to go back and make the gay guys not want to keep Liam. He asks V to hold on to his stuff because he'd stole a bunch of stuff and put it in a pillowcase. And then Frank has a meeting with his lawyer, says he needs to locate Monica, or she says he needs to locate Monica, or someone to play her, and he needs to stay clean. Mandy visits Lip in the group home while he's doing his, or actually this happened first. She visited him while he was doing his community service, and Lip is able to get Mandy in a private room at the group home because he made some friends on the inside. Ian goes over to Mickey's place to hang out for the night. V wants Kev to procreate with Carol, her mom. That's the best way to do it, V says. Kev and Carol end up having sex. What kind of hard liquor you got and how much, Carol says. Frank goes to Sheila to ask to have her play Monica for the kids, not Monica. Initially, Sheila says, no, you're supposed to watch Jaime, but she agrees. Kev ends up going inside Carol, V's mom. Sheila is Monica, and her and Frank have to register for parenting classes, which Sheila can find somewhat useful to see if she fucked up with Karen. Fiona goes to visit Debbie. She says Mama Kamala isn't so bad. Liam circles all over like the window patio part or whatever. And Carl pisses on the couch. Fiona goes to visit Carl and Liam. And they say that they're very interested in taking Liam and Carl. They're considering. Ian and Mickey are starting to get it on. And then Terry Malkovich shows up and is furious that his son was with another guy. And Terry punches Ian, and then he punches Mickey, and he also pistol whips Mickey. And then Terry points his gun at Ian. Terry has a prostitute come over to fuck the faggot out of Mickey while Ian watches. And at one point, he actually changes position with this female, who we find out later is Svetlana. That'll get interesting. Kev can't get hard to insert into Carol again because apparently that time didn't work. There needs to be more in there, and she needs to not drink anything. Frank and Monica, played by Sheila, have their parenting courses, and Frank needed to have some Valium, so he actually pisses inside of a cup, and then he actually puts all the pee in his mouth to use for the piss test that he has the next day. Carol gets on top of Kev, this time with V at Kevin's head, and Kev's head underneath her dress, and Kev's hands on her breasts. And him and Carol start getting it on, and V tells Fiona that Carol and Kev had sex. And then Fiona has a meeting with the DFS lady, and she's like, how do we end up on the DFS radar anyway? And she said, an anonymous phone call by a man. And Fiona's like, it's never a man. Men don't give a shit. So this DFS lady says she's going to go to the restroom and tells Fiona that she would appreciate if Fiona didn't click on the file while she's gone. The file is the audio recording of the person that called in. And Fiona, of course, plays the file and finds out that it was Frank. Mount Fiona is about to erupt. This is what ends the episode with no mid-credit scene. So pretty good stuff. I'm going to give it an 8.6 out of 10. My characters of the episode are going to be Kev and V. I thought they were really good in this episode. They did some funny things as well as some serious things. So you've heard what I have to say. Now, of course, it's your turn if you're a fan of Shameless and want to help me out with the YouTube algorithm, which I would greatly appreciate. Make sure that you Hulk smash that like button. Even if I get 3 to 10 more likes a video, it helps out a lot. Share the video with anybody you know. Put this video on any one of your social media platforms. Don't forget to sound off in the comment section about what your thoughts are. What would you rate the episode? Who would be your characters of the episode? And if you want to say anything else, please do so. Don't forget to click right here to see my Shameless series finale rant. And last but certainly not least, don't forget to hit that sub button, subscribe to the channel, join the team, show your damn support, and be a part of something special. And JDev will return.